Hello everybody. Welcome you all at Learning is Fun with Progaparamita. Today I'm going to tell you the difference between I'm doing and I do. When we are talking about I am doing, that means we are using present continuous and we are talking about something going on at a certain period of time. But if I say I do, that means simple present tense. So in this video lesson, I'm going to tell you the use of a simple present and present continuous. So stay with me till the end to know the differences and the proper use of these two tenses. Here, before we know the differences, let's see some more example. That is, if I say the water is boiling, can you turn it off? That means something is going on. Actually, here I'm talking about a present situation which is going on now. Similarly, imagine if I say that is what are you doing now? You're watching the video lesson, you're listening to my lecture. So this is the thing you are doing now. So when we are talking about present continuous, that means something is going on at that time or at that period or point of time. And in another case, we may say the water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. That means here, actually, I am going to tell certain general facts, that is, water boils here as water is the third person singular number, so we have to use boil and is ending. We have to use verb is, and here in present continuous we have to use be verb, that is, and ing verb, that is boiling. So this is another structural difference between present continuous and simple present. Another example for you. If I say, I'm getting hungry, let's go and eat something here. Actually, I'm going to tell you, or I'm telling about my present situation. That means I'm hungry now. So when we are talking about your present situation, you have to use present continuous. And in another case, if I say, I always get hungry in the afternoon, that means I repeatedly get hungry in the afternoon, and this is a general statement. And when we are talking about a general statement, we have to use simple present. Present continuous and simple present. Let's see the chart here. Here you find when we are talking about I am doing, that means I am doing something at present, that is now. But if I say I do, that means I did it in the past, I do it now, and I will do the same thing in future. More example for you. Let's go out. It isn't raining now. That means when we are talking about present continuous, which is refers to the situation which is going on now. So now it is not raining, so we can go out. But if I say it doesn't rain very much in summer, that means it doesn't rain in past, it didn't rain in past, it will not rain very much in future, and this is a general statement. Similarly, if I ask somebody, or I am saying that I'm busy, what are you doing? So now I am talking about my present situation, and when we are talking about our present situation, we have to use present continuous. But If I say, what do you usually do at weekends? Here, you just ask somebody about their daily routine or about their activities, which is the part of his or her routine. Now, there is another significant difference between present continuous and simple present. What is that? When we are talking about present continuous, that means we use it for a temporary situation, and when we are talking about simple present, we use the simple present for permanent situation. So let's see the example here. I'm living with some of my friends until I find a place of my own. Here, I'm living with some of my friends. I'm forced to live with them because this is I don't find a proper place, and this is my temporary situation. When I got some place, I will shift myself in that place as well. So here I am talking about a temporary situation. But if I say my parents live in London, they have lived there for all lives. So here my parents live in London, that means this is a permanent situation. When we are talking about permanent situation, we have to use live, that is simple present. But when we are talking about temporary situation, we have to use I am living, that is be verb and main verb with ing. So remember this thing, when we are talking about present continuous, we have to use be verb and the ing verb. Another example for you, you are working hard today. Yes, I have a lot to do. Here, this is a temporary situation. I'm talking about that someone is working hard on that particular day. But if I say Joe isn't lazy, he works hard most of the time, that is here I'm commenting about the character of Joe, and this is a permanent situation and he is a hard worker. Now, there is another significant point. We often say that I always do and I'm always doing. So, what is the difference between these two phrases? If I say I always do something, that means I do it every time. Let's see the example. I always go to work by car. Here, that means I do it every time. Every time when I go to work, I use my car. In that case, we never say I am always going. So here, I am always going is not applicable. Here, if I say I'm always doing something, that means that has a different meaning. So, what is the meaning difference? If I say I have lost my phone again, I'm always losing thing. Here, if I say this thing, I'm always losing thing, that means I lose things very often, perhaps too often, or more often than normal. So this is the difference. If I say I do something, I am always doing something, that means I am doing very often, perhaps too often, or more often than normal. Let's see more example. You are always playing computer game, you should do something more active. Here, you always playing computer game, that is that means you play computer games too often. So yeah, this is becoming your part of your habit. Or if I say Tim is never satisfied, he's always complaining. Here, Tim, he complains too much. That is Tim. I am talking about Tim who complains too much. So there is a difference between I do and I'm always doing. I do refers to the thing, that means I do something regularly, or that is I do something regularly or repeatedly. But if I say I am always doing, that means I often, too often, I am doing that thing. It is not normal. That is, it is too much. I am doing something too much. Hope you like this video lesson. If you have any queries, please do comment in the comment section. I definitely reply. So no more today. Thank you for listening and bye bye.